It's really just so fascinating how this little piece of land is sitting right here in BGC. Even the fence is so unique. The fence is made out of pallets. Have a look at this. What kind of plant is this? This thing that's hanging here. Reclaimed products to make the area. Just above the wall you have, you know, people's homes. So currently where I am, this is lane T meeting with lane A. Right here you have a bank, you have a bunch of condos on each side. You have a little bit of green space here for people to hang out, which you can see. But there's something special that I want to show you guys that you might already know about, or maybe you don't. And I've walked by it and thought, wow, this is pretty cool. This is right here behind the camera. It appears to be something like a community garden, maybe. Let's see what it says on the sign here. Pass through, welcome to our open to the public BGC community farm. Farming 101, workshop every weekend. So I can just walk through here, maybe. Yeah, I think so. But as you can see, they're growing a lot of different vegetables and herbs and all sorts of stuff. Now I don't know how it works in terms of purchasing, but you can see their sign here, naturally grown, pesticide-free herbs for sale. This is their Facebook and IG, Urban Farmers PH. But I just happened to walk by here the other day and I said, oh, this is pretty cool, like right here within the BGC area. And even here you can see they have some banana trees. Look like they just harvested them probably recently because these ones are pretty small and they just started growing. But I can tell they're doing some work right now because it is about 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So maybe it was more open and more active early on as it was earlier in the day. It's 4 p.m. right now, but it's not that hot, believe it or not. There's crazy overcast skies today. But as you can see right here, there's all sorts of like advertisement or signs on here to talk about eating healthy and all sorts of farming things, I guess we could say, right? So for instance, you have one that says, check us out online, urbanfarmerscommunity.org. So maybe that's a website for them. And then you have stuff like this. Let us do our best to keep our communities healthy and our hearts happy. Creating something abundant out of what was once nothing is a big deal. We established a sustainable and safe space that advocates for a deeper appreciation of agriculture and hosts healthy recreational activities. Looks like this is like their initiative here. It says like what they're all about and how they are using this area and their goals. As you can see, it just keeps going. I'm not going to read them all, but this is a really cool thing that they got going on here. So I guess it started in Bel Air, which Bel Air is closer to what, Poblacion and the power plant mall, if I'm not mistaken. But as you can see, even the fence is so unique. The fence is made out of pallets, and they just kind of binded them together using some little supplies and whatnot, but all sorts of plants growing in here. It's really just so fascinating how this little piece of land is sitting right here in BGC, near the Uptown area, in the middle of all these buildings. As you can see, traffic, people moving around right here. And I'm sure a lot of people just go past here and don't even think about it. But it's pretty cool. And as I said, I walked by here the other day and was like, whoa, that's cool. Because normally here in BGC, in this area, I like to get out and walk around, which I'll talk about more about. But usually I like to try to go different ways to see different sides of the area. And I so happened to wander upon this and was like, wow, really cool. But there's also a lot of artwork attached kind of close to here, which I want to show you as well. Okay, so as you can see, they got even more over here. This is really cool. It's like a canopy that they created with these vines and whatnot, and then you got all the plants underneath. But as you can see, there's a few greenhouses. There was some guys spraying some stuff on the plants to probably protect them and keep them healthy. But all sorts of stuff in this little community garden here, and it's really cool that you can come by and just read all the signs, as there's a lot of knowledge and information on there. And one thing is, I believe this thing here, this circle, actually is from like this, what is it? A spool of yarn or something, like something really big. So not only are they growing all these plants, you know, to try to keep people healthy and whatnot, but they have all this stuff that is like reclaimed products to make the area, which is really cool. Like here, this is just some random plastic. Have a look at this. What kind of plant is this? This thing that's hanging here. That looks really, really crazy. It looks like a banana tree, but I could be wrong. Are they like mini bananas? What are they? Wow. But as you can see, more banana trees right here. Some bananas. You got some, I don't know what this is, some sort of fruit maybe. Lots of fruits growing on the trees. But even here, guys, look. A lot of the plants are planted in old Coca-Cola bottles, which is really cool. And as you can see there, more bananas growing. Some huge banana trees right here. Well guys, I'm back walking on the same side because I actually went through it. I just took a quick walk through there. I made a little time lapse. You should definitely check it out. There's a lot of unique looking plants in there. Some that are vegetables, I believe. Some that you can see that are fruit. And then I think some as just like, you know, decorations for your house. And it looks like you can just purchase them. As it does say, things are for sale. But there also is like a little shop set up where you can get some pottery and different things like seeds, so you can plant your own plants maybe in your own apartment. Really, really cool place here. I definitely recommend it. It's near Uptown. You can just look it up. I'm sure you'll find it if you go on their Facebook page or IG, Urban Farmers PH. But now let's go check out this like art wall that's right next to here. I haven't really looked at it in detail. I just kind of passed and said, oh, that looks cool. So we're gonna check out that really quick too. So check it out behind me. This is the art wall here. You guys have probably seen it before, maybe you haven't. Well, if you haven't, here's your first time, because it's really my first time looking at it up close. But this one here appears to have a name. The Land We Walk On is called, I guess. And the artist is Ellie Quiol. I don't know if I pronounced that right, I'm sorry. But basically the wall was funded by somebody. They got a grant and they were able to display this art on it by painting this kind of mural of this landscape. It's like a forest or something. It looks like you have a bunch of animals, maybe people's feet walking through. So it might be like, maybe not a forest, but grassland, and then you can see all the wildlife and the flowers and stuff that's living in it at the same time. Really, really beautiful. And there's lots of detail, like here it's like an aquatic zone, but it's just really cool because it helps maybe take away that ugly aspect of just a plain looking wall that was sitting here before. But I think there's what, a carabao there, and then of course just above the wall you have, you know, people's homes. As you can see, those are more traditional style homes. But then the wall continues, which becomes a different piece of art here. So as you'll see, this one is called the Nurturing Ubuntu, which was created by Woman Create. Maybe that's a group, maybe that's somebody's name, I don't know. But you can see where the grant was from, and this is how this piece of artwork looks. It looks like also a mural of just people walking, but they're like walking on the plants as if they were really small or they shrunk. It's very, very beautiful. But as you see, it continues all the way down the wall and then right here to the parking lot, which is actually part of this condominium. So it's really cool, and it blends in with the kind of like modern artsy design of this building, and then going over here with the garden that's here. Here's the Christmas stand I walked past a few days ago. Now I see they're selling Christmas punch for 400 pesos, eggnog for 400, mulled wine for 400. So that's what that is. It's not like a Santa's toy shop or something. It's literally like a drink shack, which is really cool. Oh, and they got waffles, pizza. Oh, nice. The past couple days here in BGC have been a little weird in terms of the weather. As I said, today it's kind of like an overcast, cloudy day. Well, the weather today feels really cool because the sun hasn't really been able to expose itself today. So the temperature was maxing out just a little while ago at 30 degrees, which felt really comfortable. Usually 30 is very hot, but today, because there's no sun really, it felt really good. And it's been really windy the past couple days. So today I noticed when I looked out the window from my apartment, I was just coming here to High Street area, that there's a lot of wind, you know, in the area. Now the wind is really refreshing because it makes you feel cool, especially since it's normally really hot and humid here. It's still humid, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely been feeling way more comfortable. And so today is the weekend. It is Saturday, tomorrow is Sunday, and there's actually quite a bit of people out. So I will say, it does feel really good to have a temperature in like a setting like today with the weather, because it's a little break from how humid and hot it normally is. You know, I don't like staying inside too long and too often, because actually the AC sometimes just bothers me. I like to have the fresh air, and so sometimes I'll even turn on the AC and open the window at the same time, which is really crazy, but it's just a better way to have fresh air. And so today I'm out here walking around getting some fresh air. If you noticed, when I was at that garden, I had my AirPods in, because one of my favorite things to do here in the BGC area is just to walk around, listen to music, listen to a podcast, because the area is just much more quiet than some other areas around Metro Manila. So here you can actually listen to music, a podcast, and not have to worry about the audio being disturbed by other noise around, like the traffic and construction and things like that. I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of traffic noise with the motorbikes and stuff, but it's really pretty mild in BGC area. As you can see from the background around me, the lighting, it's getting a bit dimmed out already because it's 4:30, and without the sun actually looks like it's setting earlier, even though it's not. It's just that it's hidden right behind the clouds. But what I want to do today is just really stroll around in this evening. They have the market going on High Street, or right there next to High Street. So I'm just gonna walk around and take in some fresh air, see some sights, maybe check out some more artwork. I've already noticed some other murals that I haven't seen yet here in BGC, but really just to soak in a relaxing weekend here in BGC, because I don't really plan on going too far. Maybe I'll go somewhere close by motorbike, but definitely not as far as like how I went to Eastwood City yesterday. And if you guys watched that video, oh my god, today I'm so sore from riding the motorbike both ways. I woke up today and just said I don't even want to sit down. That's how bad I was hurting from the seat of the motorbike. As you can see, here I am. I'm walking now around Burgos Circle, and I don't usually get down here too often during the daylight. Mostly it's later on in the evening and it's already dark, so now I can see what it looks like in the daylight. I really have no clue why it's so windy recently, like almost as if there's maybe been a storm or something, like typhoon out there. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think typhoon season has ended here, or mostly has ended. I think November is usually the last month. With climate change, maybe it could go a little bit later, I don't know, but it's extremely windy the last 2 days. So now I'm just making my way back up here towards High Street, and it's just really impressive to see how the reflection of other buildings are glowing off of the glass as the sun begins to set, which I have said many times in these videos. But I don't know, the skyline is just super impressive, especially on this side with these bluish, darkish buildings of all glass. And then of course over that way towards Uptown, it looks a little bit different, but I'm telling you, it's just a super beautiful area. And then over here to the right is towards McKinley Parkway and the American Military Cemetery and stuff, and those are a lot of condos and whatnot. But this area is just unbelievable. So over in the distance over there, I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's like basketball courts. I think that's the first time I've seen that. I don't know if I've ever gone that close to that area, but how cool that there's really nice basketball courts over there. It's all fenced in, so maybe you have to pay to go in, I don't know. One thing for sure is I am absolutely gassed, so I wouldn't be able to play basketball right now if I even wanted to, or somebody offered me. I feel dead. And I thought about getting some more caffeine, but I know I won't go to sleep tonight if I have caffeine, so it's probably not a good idea unless I want to be up all night editing, which I already spent many hours today editing. But even over here, looks like they have something going on. It's pretty cool. It's like they have a pop-up sunflower festival or something happening on that side. I see a bunch of people over there, but even the colors on the steps, very beautiful. I honestly thought about going over there, but I can't bother crossing the road to go on that side. I don't feel like it. Art Mart, it says, though. Pretty cool. Not a lot of people there, though. Oh, and then there's this area. I've actually been to this area before. South Street, right. I've been mostly on the other side, but as you can see, all the lights have come on because it is now 5 o'clock, so it's starting to get a little darker out here. Well, I just passed through an area called Terra 28, I believe. It's like a little park. You have your seesaws there, but over there, it was right next to the South Street where it began, South High Street, I should say. And they had an event going on, some sort of McDonald's times Croc or crossover. I don't know what that was about, like Crocs you wear. I'm not really sure, but loud music. You can kind of hear from here still. But really cool, like a lot of people just hanging out, kids playing and whatnot. Really cool area over there that I haven't really went to, I guess. I just went around it one day, but I never actually went through it.
You have a channel?
Yeah.
What, Facebook? YouTube?
YouTube.
Okay.
I can tell you a name. Matt is the part of it.
Matt, double T?
Yeah. And then my last name, Reardon.
Huh?
Reardon. R-E-A-R-D-O-N. Oh, yeah. Maybe that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, there.
Yeah, that's me.
Good luck.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Ah, nice. Somebody subscribed. That guy just came up to me and wanted to check out the channel. But here I am going back into High Street, and wow, look at all the artwork here. I've never even seen this artwork either. Butterfly. Looks like some sort of gaming artwork. Oh, time zone. Maybe that's why. Well, shout out to you if you're watching this. Thanks for subscribing. I didn't expect somebody to just pop up and say, oh, you have a YouTube channel? But that happens a lot here in the Philippines, and happy to share my explorations with other people. But even over here, look at this artwork. May you something. Yeah, there's artwork all over this area. It said, may you find comfort here. I guess meaning that like this area is super comfortable, safe, and a good place to hang out. But yes, let's go into High Street and let's go chill out in there as the sun really goes down and it really begins to get dark. Wow, this artwork up here, like with the kid, kind of looks like the Bainsky artwork. Bainsky, I think is the name. That's actually really well painted, I guess, or spray painted. A lot of good detail. But yeah, it seems that this is an arcade. Well guys, I think that's going to be a wrap on today's quick, short, easy video here in BGC, walking around. It was cool to check out the garden and the artwork that's around. Now High Street is very, very active now that it's after 6 o'clock. There's a lot of people out, and I just really chilled out there, relaxed. You can see I got the AirPods in again. I was listening to some music and just staying calm. Saturdays and Sundays, like I said, is a busy time here in BGC to hang out. It's a very cool atmosphere always, and very enjoyable, especially during this time of the year as it is the Christmas season. So many lights I saw. There's a lot of new decorations being put up all over near High Street, around High Street, and so on. But yeah, I'm pretty exhausted, honestly. I think I'm going to take the rest of today and probably tomorrow just to relax, recover. So I think that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave it a like, drop a comment below what you thought, and I'll see you guys soon somewhere here in Metro Manila, maybe again from BGC this weekend. We'll find out. I'll catch you guys soon. Peace out.